Welcome to the darkness, my friend. Your eyes will adjust in time.
What's up, everybody?
Like exploded. Oh shit! What? Oh no!
We're live
And
again.
firecrackers are not for suppositories.
That was amazing. Welcome back a second time. We were going live, and then PAX arrived, and so we're all here. We're all here. Everybody that's going to be here today is here. We are down Millie because she's at a work thing, and CK needs some love on Twitter, so go send her some love. But she can't be here today either. And yeah, so we're gonna continue by asking a question. We've decided we're skipping intros in the beginning now, and we're just gonna ask one question. And today's question is, what would you be doing if you weren't streaming? Let's start with you, Zeke.
And then the follow-up question, like I said, would be, do you mean a dream job or what I'd actually be doing?
Both.
Okay. What I'd actually be doing, I'd probably still be working at the pawn shop that I worked at. I'd probably still be like, because I like that job. I had a job in the back. It was 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Got paid pretty well, like as far as Montana centers go. And I worked on the computer all day, like taking pictures of like, I don't know, rifles and game consoles and stuff, and then just putting them up on eBay. So it was pretty sweet job, easy. No one bugged me. I didn't have to deal with the public. But what my dream would be doing, I would be probably down in either New York or California, like trying to really like give it a go as an actor.
Oh, me too. Probably. I think that's changed over the last couple of years, but that was my dream for a long time when I was younger. What about you, Dan?
Oh, so if I weren't streaming, I'd still be accounting, which is what I still do.
Oh, yeah.
Every week. But dream job
I'm an
was
accountant. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Dream job, though, is what I was actually in the works of doing before I decided I should instead be with the woman I love, which was food truck.
Oh.
I had a business plan and everything set up to start food
That's
truck
so
or some
cool.
sort of restaurant. I was
like
actually
food truck
acquiring loans potentially. And
I love
then
those.
like, nope, I should not stay in a town that isn't where my wife will be. So then I left.
True love. Yeah.
Love.
What about you, Pax?
If I wasn't doing the streaming thing, I probably still would have been working at my purchasing job at a metal manufacturing company. But dream job would be to work on TV shows and movies as a camera B operator. I've done it. It was so fun. Not A operator, B operator. Very important.
What is the distinction?
A's got all the responsibilities and they're doing the key work. B operator, they kind of get to fuck off and away from the director and like get me filler footage. I love that shit. I filmed
so behind, not really behind the scenes, but kind of just
it's
stuff that they end up using.
Just random shots. And when we were filming this horror movie, and I got to do all these cool like shots on a dolly's rail, looking at like pipes down a hallway and filming shadows moving. Like
that's so cool.
It was so much fun. That's what I would love to do. B footage.
Yeah.
I love B footage.
That's amazing.
Is that where the like B-roll, like term B-roll comes from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
It came from the second camera.
You got your A camera, your B camera. Yeah. B footage, if you want to call it. Yeah.
We use that term a lot when we're doing hosting, when we ask people like, do you have gameplay or B-roll? And that just means like, are you going to be playing it live on the stage? Or are you going to be just showing us someone who's played it in the past and you have a recording?
Yeah, it's a pretty loose term, like depending on what you're doing. But yeah, on the whole, it's not the primary focus, if that makes any sense. It's filler, whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah. Can I just point out, you said B-roll on the whole, and I was like, B-hole?
I love you guys so much.
Yes.
KPP.
I actually work full time. I am a medical coder for a hospital. If I had a dream job, I actually went to college for this and then I changed my major because I decided I wanted something more stable. I was going to try to be a cinematographer. So I think that would have
Shit,
been.
that's mine. Oh my God. Really?
Yeah. And then they had a bunch of people come into a class and tell us how difficult their life was
Yeah.
after they went to school for it. And so I switched to psychology. So I have a degree in psych. But yeah, so
That's so
that's
cool.
me.
I feel so much closer to you right now. I can't wait to like talk to you about this. I did not know this about you. Okay. So, I mean, we already know that. So I'm also work full time. I'm a photographer. I'm a wedding photographer, but I'm a photographer because I wanted to do cinematography first. So yeah,
Let's just do it. We'll make our own movies.
that's it. Well, we kind of sort of are a little bit. No
Aren't
actual
weddings
cinematography.
aren't weddings great and horrible all at the same time? Like the process is fun, but dealing with, yeah.
They're great.
I've done a few weddings, and let me tell you, Bridezilla is real.
I'm at the stage in my career where I interview, and so I can I interview them, and and I get to say no. The moment I'm like, that's a Bridezilla, I'm like, no, we're not a good match. So luckily that is the case. But in the first couple of years, I had to suffer through that. But yeah, a bit crazy. All right, well, should we start? Should we begin the episode today? Are you guys ready?
When you are.
Yeah. Okay then.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't have a recap today, so we're gonna just jump right in. I apologize, guys. Did not have time to do that, and the people who are normally helping out obviously have lives as well. So we're gonna just jump right in. But I love you. Let's go.
We can do a real quick reenactment.
Yeah, you want to? Wait. Oh, I can't play Curb Your Enthusiasm. I was gonna play the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme, but then we'd wreck the VOD. Okay. All right. That's all right. We're just gonna dive right in.
The future has a way of arriving unannounced. In the case of this story, the future never comes. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. And nobody knows what's next, but everybody does it. Darkness is their world, and hope is the bright stars that guide them. Welcome to the darkness. Your eyes will adjust in time.
When Joe Williams woke, he felt refreshed and hopeful. Today would be perfect. There was a chill in the air, which he didn't mind, not in the least. It made the warmth of his coffee that much more satisfying. Joe drank out of the same light blue cup he'd been drinking out of for the last 10 years. He knew its shape like he knew his own hand. After brushing his teeth and fixing his mop of brown hair into what he finally felt was, at the very least, presentable, Joe pulled his cardigan over his button-up and gave himself one last look before deciding he might just do. As he put on his shoes, which he picked only yesterday, a nervousness began to creep into his mind. Rubbing his now sweaty palms on his pants, Joe took a deep breath and walked into the entryway to an antique table that he kept near the front door. Pulling open the top drawer, his hand wrapped around a small velvet box, which he pocketed. He felt his heart flutter. Just then, his phone vibrated. It was a text from his therapist. It said, "Good morning. You're going to be great today." There was a smiley face emoji. Joe smiled, placed his phone back in his pocket, and with a much lighter step, he opened his front door to the cool air and left his house. You guys just left the Lucky Rabbit. Briar left. We had Emma shortly behind. And Theo, you were the last to leave, or you're still in there, I believe? You were watching?
I was on my way out. I said goodnight, and I heard a unearthly chuckling as I left.
Okay. What would you like to do, Theo?
Where is everybody? As I'm like shutting the door behind me.
I'm just standing in the parking lot.
I'm probably lighting up a smoke.
Okay. You gave your cigarettes, did you not?
I have Brian's, don't I?
I have. You gave them to me.
Yeah, I think you gave your cigarettes. So maybe you
Because they
go
were
to
Brian's.
Yeah, you go to reach for your cigarettes.
I just shake my head.
Ellie, did you get the answers you need?
What?
Well, we were supposed to be here for you.
Yeah, no. There's... Talked to that guy with all the straws. That's about it. And then you told me to get out.
Yes, it's wise for you to leave then.
Like, when can we go back in?
An hour their time. It's Revenant Hour.
Where's Izzy? Is she gonna... You were pretty adamant about us leaving.
He's not there anymore.
What do you mean she's not there anymore?
My standard answer, I don't know.
She went to the bathroom.
Yes, and then she's not there anymore. She may have popped. I'm not sure. She's not in the bar.
Eh.
Is she gonna get in trouble or whatever?
I don't
She
think
melt?
so.
Theo, can you roll for me?
Yeah.
Private, please. Oh, public works too.
Okay.
It's all right. We just have some smart people in the audience that have been theory crafting. I don't want to help them any further. Okay. I'd say with 61, what is your soul stat?
71.
Okay. Then yeah, I'd say your awakening moment that you had when you made your decision and you chose this path, this new path, is that power from that is fading a bit. You probably have a little bit longer if you want to successfully
Oh. Do what I need to do. Yeah.
you have a little while. It doesn't need to happen right now, but I think you
Right.
can feel
I'm not
that it's
extending
not
it
as
so much.
yeah, exactly.
It's like a leaky well. If anything, you can draw from it, but it still leaks. So if you don't use it, it'll go away eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I need to get Brian.
Where's Emma?
I
Yes, you
will
left them for me.
say in this instance, I believe Emma will come up from behind, like she was smelling something from around the Lucky Rabbit, and she comes up right as you say, "Where's Emma?" And she will say, "Trick, I think I'm smelling something, and I'd really like to check it out. Can I?
What are you smelling?
I don't know. It's like blood, but I'm not hungry or excited about it. It's like, I think this is what I smelled at the hospital."
Really?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I don't know, but I think I should go check it out. It's something we never looked into.
All right. Well, I grab her or I hold her wrists I look her in the eye, and I just say, well, you gotta go. I'll let you go. Do you come back to me here?
Trick,
Come
of
back to me
course.
safe and sound.
Of course.
All right, well,
Can't get rid of me that easily. And then
Go get
she
him,
will
girl.
transform into her regular human, like, or not human dog, but her regular undercover dog form. And then she will scamper off.
sorry about that, Professor. Dog thanks.
Yeah, it's all right. You have much better control than you used to. That's good. That's very good.
You just pull him like in the parking lot?
No. I can do it a little differently now.
Okay.
What happened to you, Professor? What are you? You've changed. What?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this out in the open.
We're not in the rabbit anymore.
That's what I mean.
We couldn't talk in the rabbit anyway.
In a car or something would be wise. Something moving.
All right.
I'll tell you, I'm not trying to hide it. I'd just rather not say it in the open.
It's fine.
Well.
He's headed to the hospital, though. I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure where he should go next. Outside of... well, the warehouse. But I'm not sure that's a good idea until we get everyone back.
A warehouse?
Where she is.
Where who is?
Hello.
Who?
Hello. Adisa.
Call her Ello?
Bello.
Oh, Bello. Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
All right.
Wait a minute. What's she doing in the warehouse?
Thought I'd said that, but
Like it's her body?
Just real quick. That should take place in the future, right? Okay, good. So
Yeah.
this trick does not know anything about.
You do not.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
right. Sorry. I sometimes do have a bit of issue remembering which ones I've told which. We could get some coffee. Is the shop open now? Coffee might be good, bro. We could head to a coffee shop and talk on the way.
Well, if y'all are gonna get some coffee, I got someone I've been meaning to meet up with.
Okay. If you have personal business or
Well, it's a power
Ah.
thing.
what you and I talked about.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know.
good. Absolutely. That would be wise. Very good. Well, perhaps we could get coffee, maybe drop us off, and you could take care of your business.
Is the Sleepy Bean open right now?
Okay, so speaking of time, I needed to retcon something. I noticed in the Discord, thank you guys. I had the time for Revenant Hour for the Lucky Rabbit as like a million different things in my notes before I finally settled on the time. So last week when the time thing happened, I just went with the flow because I was like, I probably told them that thing and that's what it was, but I rechecked my notes just so we are clear. Revenant time at the Lucky Rabbit is from 4 to 5 a.m., which means they arrived at 3:45 a.m. Lucky Rabbit and Trick's watch time, and they were there for about 25 minutes. Just so everybody, we're all clear on that. I misspoke when I said 5:45 because I was just going with the flow. So just so we know, that's what happened. Okay. So the Sleepy Bean is probably open now that
It's
it
like
is 4 in the
11 or
morning. Yeah, I would say it opens around 5 in the morning. When does Starbucks open? Ungodly hours, doesn't it?
So when
like
we
5:36.
It was midday when we came here. Did time get fucky when we left the rabbit?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because rabbit time.
Yeah,
was
rabbit
that
time was that
but
time.
Our time was like almost 1 by the
1
time
in the
we got-
afternoon. So then, yeah, it's open for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, it's open. However, everybody should roll against their body for me right now.
33 doubles.
59.
62.
And what's your body stat? Both of you?
40.
40. Oh.
Minus 40 as well, but I rolled under. So.
Yeah, you rolled under and double, so this doesn't affect you at all. However, Theo and Briar, you as soon as you say you want coffee, you realize you're hungry. It feels like you haven't eaten in days.
My body's 62. Is that?
Oh, yeah, and you rolled 59?
Yes.
Yeah, you're pretty hungry.
Okay.
Maybe not starving hungry, but you're feeling pretty. You could eat.
I need to eat too.
Yeah, they have
Coffee.
food there.
All right. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Breakfast burritos.
Good. Would that work, Trick? If we head to the shop and maybe drop us off, I'll get Brian.
Yeah.
You can take care of what you need to.
Yeah. That's fine.
I'm gonna like lean over to the professor as we start probably heading towards the car and kind of talk lowly. Do we have to go to the graveyard again?
No.
Okay, good. Don't know that I had that in me today.
That's fine. No, we don't need to. I have another method.
Okay.
And then we get in the Subaru.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Briar. Don't jump out of a door for the moment.
No, I won't. It's fine.
Thank you.
I mean, it was. I feel the back of my head.
Yeah, nothing.
I don't know. That watermelon juice. I have to admit, though, it was pretty cool.
It is. I still haven't figured out what the cost is, though.
I mean, yeah. I won't do it right now.
Wise. Keep storing up your power. As best you can.
And then get in the car. I'd probably take the shotgun.
Oh.
I'm gonna see.
Yeah,
do
I
I see
was
him take
gonna
it?
say, I don't know if she'll let you do that, but let's watch this happen. Role play it out.
I'm tired and probably moving a little slower, so I'd move toward it. You'd probably have a chance if you wanted to get in front of me to do it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna lean. And I'm gonna grab it and sling it over my shoulder.
Are you guys having this like eye contact moment where you're just and then you touch it and you're like looking at each other? What's happening here?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm just looking him directly in the eyes, and I'm grabbing it without taking my gaze from his eyes.
Okay, but what is your intent right now? Is it just still like this is mine, or is it like a back off vicious?
It's a this is mine as
Yeah.
well as this is not yours to take and use.
Yeah. Okay.
So it is kind of a back off because
Oh God, I meant like shotgun seat. I forgot there was
Oh!
a shotgun in the
I thought you were trying to take the shotgun. I was like, what?
oh yeah,
I'm
you
like-
can have the front seat.
Like, I guess, I mean, I get it. You want to be near Trick, but holy shit.
Oh my god. Okay, well there is technically a gun on the seat. So how about this? How about he goes to reach for the shotgun seat and you kind of go in and you're like, wait, and then you open the door, get the shotgun out, and then give him the seat. Is that acceptable?
he can have the front
Okay.
seat. I'll just grab the shotty and put it over my shoulder and then get into the back seat.
Oh god, that's a meme. Somebody meme that, please. Make it happen. When you think shotgun means an actual shotgun.
Aw.
Welcome to Unknown Armies.
All I imagine is just a cartoon scene of you, like me grabbing the door and you like shoving your way and like holding the shotgun and glaring at me. Because I'm like, I just want to sit there.
I wouldn't glare at him because,
Yeah, you're
know,
probably
yeah.
just like, hang on, let me get my gun, and then there
then-
you go.
and I probably grabbed my bag too because I had all that in the front. So I just grabbed all
Okay.
my stuff and I moved to the back.
Okay, so
Oh,
you're in the back.
Did you
Okay.
want it?
As I'm like sitting down, like,
No, it's fine. There's some blood on the back.
Oh,
Just
Rick
it might
wanted
get
me
in your
close.
hair.
Now this isn't the Escalade. This is the
This is
What was
the Subaru. This is the
Subaru,
car
yeah.
that Briar manifested with her mind, like a
Right.
crazy person.
and like
All
the
right.
door shuts.
to the bean.
Yes.
Okay, this is exciting. Okay, so I've been, this place has had a in my mind for a long time, and I'm excited to see because I'm gonna have Briar tell us what the bean is like.
Right now, or when we get there?
I mean, when we you guys want to talk while you drive? I'm so excited about the bean. I was just gonna be like, and you arrive. All right, sorry. Go ahead, have your conversation in the car.
So you asked, which one do you want first, Trick? Warehouse issue or what I am?
Let's go with what you are first. What happened?
I thought I explained it, but I'll admit it may not have been very good. I followed death, the personification of the goddess, or whatever you want to call it. Wraithborn. I'm alive, but... well, I have a clock above my head now.
Don't we all?
Mine ticks a little differently.
What happens when your clock runs out?
I'm not entirely sure. Aside from... I've made a deal, a pact. With... Beth. It's in my blood. She's wanted me a while, and I've resisted. I guess I serve her after this.
Death like a demon?
No. It's... an inevitability. You can bargain with it, but... it all comes back in the end. You can trick a demon, you can't trick your end.
Isn't that what you've been trying to do?
That's why it didn't work.
Not his end, though.
Mm-mm. Just a couple of me, though, right?
Not as many as you think.
If you were to sum it up, just a ballpark, how many would you say?
58.
Oh, that's not too bad. Just a mere 58.
Just to satisfy my curiosity, Professor, how many of me, took a swing at you?
Not too many. You usually ran.
That's fair.
How did I usually die?
Your demon that you couldn't control.
My what now?
Well, I don't know if it's a shadow. Sorry, demons of the past, not a literal one.
Maybe we could talk more about that, at the bean.
If you'd like.
Well, I'd like to know how this ends, Professor. If we got the fairy tale ending, what happens?
You get to keep living without the loop.
No, not the result. How did we make it happen? Take me through the fairy tale ending.
We kill her.
We kill Adisa.
She has
You
to
gonna-
die for the
You
rest
gonna be
of
able
you.
to do that, Professor?
I thought the whole reason we're doing this is so that we save her.
Death can be salvation.
I was just gonna say that.
Something went very wrong with her.
Just, 'cause I would like to know, who started all this? Was it you or her?
I think both. I did something I shouldn't to try to prevent her from dying. Something she did went wrong, and I don't know what. And I think it had something to do with what I did. You may have heard me say, I wasn't being very quiet. I'm her proxy.
I don't know what that means.
It means you take the place of someone's death He dies, and instead I die.
So wait a minute, Professor. Does it work the other way? If we kill Adisa, are you gonna die?
No, because I think I did it wrong.
All right.
Didn't work, or else we wouldn't have been here in the first place.
Why us? Why me and Briar and Emma and Izzy, Brian? Was it just because we were there, or just because you saw like power in us or something?
I can see power. One of the few things I've been able to do. And I saw potential in all of you. I led the class out of interest, personal interest, when this happened. We had already made that connection and had already seen the potential in each of you. Thought maybe you could help. And it got out of hand.
All right.
Understatement, I know.
And maybe next time you could clue the people in that you're involving in something, like into the loop.
Briar, we wouldn't have gone.
I know.
And then he wouldn't have got what he wanted.
Just a lot of this seems awful unfair, and
Right?
I need food, and
Well, we're almost here. We're almost there.
or I'm getting
what
hangry.
For what it's worth, I don't think we'll loop again.
Well, I take out the watch and I open it up. How much time has passed?
Good question. An hour.
Like an hour total.
No, an hour since you last checked. And you can roll against your mind for me if you'd like.
Okay. 58, my mind is 75.
If you were to take a guess, and Trick is a pretty smart man, pretty savvy, I would say your instinct goes immediately to the fact that you are in a moving vehicle. As to why that much time passed versus before, when you were standing and not really in a moving vehicle. It seemed to take forever for the time to pass.
And that's like some theory of relativity shit right
Yeah,
there.
it
It's
is.
just
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Because you like
So-
probably went quiet while doing that. Like, kind
well,
of,
how much time has passed period on the pocket
oh,
watch?
'cause we had 3 days. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have 3 days, but I believe a total now has been an hour and 25 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Hour
only
25.
I think only 25 minutes had passed for you prior.
Okay. I look at the watch and then I show it to the professor and I say, "Do you see how much time has passed already? From the time we left the rabbit until the time we were almost at the bean, like we've been in the car for like 10 minutes, maybe 15, and the hour has passed.
Hmm.
Why is time going 3 times faster when we're driving?"
Should we have walked?
I start thinking about Adisa's lectures.
Oh, wonderful.
I'd love to roll advanced education.
Okay, go for it.
That's a 19 under my skill of 38.
Okay, so your advanced education would tell you this should be the opposite. This should be reverse. When you're moving, everything else should be slow. Like, the time, lucky rabbit time should not be going. But for some reason, it's swapped for you. And
Yeah,
you know that without even, you don't even have to think about that. That's like, basic, like Zeke said. That's...
In a theory of relativity, it should be the other way. The faster you go, the slower time is. And
Oh, I know.
time travel and speed of light and stuff. That's not good.
No, it's not.
Well, in trying to make sure things have been sped up, hence making sure everyone's awake. And the Brian I want.
Pull out my book to the page, and
I think I found a few that are awake, and I'm going to try to get one of those.
When he says that, I just feel, I don't know, like not disgusted, but almost disappointed in him. Just that he has a list of Brians that he could pull.
Go ahead and roll for me, Briar.
Private or public?
Public is fine.
A 90.
As you feel disappointed in him, I feel like your hand aches. Which finger did you put the ring on?
It's on the ring finger on my right hand.
Ring finger on your right hand. It's aching a bit, like it's sore. It hurts.
I'll start massaging my hand. I'm just looking at it puzzled, like, that's weird.
You might just assume that it's the fact that you've not worn a ring there before. It's irritated. It's not necessarily giving you a creepy vibe, so take it as you will, but
Okay.
it's not like it's, draining you or anything like that. It just feels very strange.
Okay. I'm just gonna say, I won't say anything. I'm just gonna massage my hand and like shake it a little bit in the back.
We have arrived.
I'm gonna get a cinnamon roll.
Yeah. I pull the car into the parking lot and I stop there and I hey, Professor,
Yes, Trick.
where I need to go, do you think I should just walk?
As
Does it
strange as
matter?
that is, if it's close, I might suggest that. Test it. Yes. Yes. Test it. Walk. See if it's
All right.
see if that works. If it moves slower, faster, or the same.
Now that voice on the phone gave me an address, right?
It did.
Okay. How far away is that? And also, what was the address again?
It was right
I usually
downtown.
write everything down.
Yeah, it was right downtown. And it's Shepherd's and Lay. And I think it's probably about everything's right downtown here. Sleepy Bean, all that is right here. So I'd say maybe 10, 15 minutes at the max. It's a payphone, believe it or not, at this street. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I'd say, well, I'm meeting. I don't know what's going on, but I'm supposed to go to Shepherd and Lay. I'm not sure what's there.
That's not till 4 though, right? Just so that we're clear. I think
It's not till 4.
Yeah, it's not till like 4, I think, or 4:30.
Okay.
Lol.
Okay.
That was an accident, by the way. If it was 4:30, it was an accident. I wasn't thinking about it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have some time.
Okay. So, what time did you say it was now?
It's about 1 o'clock now.
Okay, so I got like 3 fucking
Yeah,
hours.
you've got lots of time. Yeah.
Then I'll just say like, I'll take 2 steps, and then it'll hit me. Oh shit! I'm gonna turn around. Y'all mind if I join you? My meeting's not till 4.
Yeah, I get the employee discount. So if you want to come order something, it's best to come up with me.
Honey, you don't need to worry about that. I'm fine. But thank you. I will gladly accept your gift.
Okay. I'll start heading inside the Sleepy Bean.
Okay.
and follow.
Would you like to describe what the Sleepy Bean looks like?
Before you go, before the professor, if she goes in first, the professor goes in second, I'll stop the professor, just like kind of like, just gently like stop him.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get
Yes,
those smoke? Can I get those smokes?
I need them.
Can I have one, please?
I open them up and like flick it open. How many are in there?
7.
How many are normally in a pack? Is it 12 or
20.
18?
20.
20.
20.
So,
Okay.
okay. We'll say there are 7 left.
I
Okay.
think there's 20. I don't know.
I thought it was 12, but I'm not a smoker, so
Yeah.
don't know why I assumed 12.
Yeah. So I'll if you let me, I'll just grab one.
There's 7. Yeah, it should be fine. If there's some missing already, I know this will work.
I'll buy him a new pack. Oh, it's got to be that pack, doesn't it?
Yes.
Son of a bitch. All right. You know what? I'll meet you guys in a minute. I'm going to run to the convenience store, get myself a fresh pack, okay?
Very
Thanks.
good. It'll be your smokes then, too, that time.
Whatever you say, Professor.
And I walk into the bean.
What does the sleepy bean look like?
When you walk in, it has brick walls, and you are immediately hit with the smell of like fresh coffee and pastries, and just a warm feeling surrounds you. There's squishy chairs and couches you can sit in, and tables, and there's people littered around reading or working on their computers. And there's a counter with a long counter with a wooden top, and the baristas stand behind that with the espresso machine. And there's a loft that you can climb up the stairs where there's more squishy couches and chairs that you can go up to if you want.
These are my favorite kind of coffee shops.
Yeah, me too. These are great. These are great. Okay. Okay. What? So who would be working today? Who took over your shift?
Oh boy,
When you
it's
left-
probably Trish.
Trish. Okay.
Mhm.
So Trish is working and surprised to see you again. What is Trish like, and what does she look like?
Trish has a lot of red curly hair, like a big mop of red curly hair. She pulls it back in a bun. We wear like not a standard uniform, but we all have aprons that say the Sleepy Bean on it. She has hers.
Is it like a cute little bean of coffee that's tired and has Z's on it?
Sure. Yeah, it has. It's like very.
Oh my God, BB.
And so she's wearing an apron, and she's got a very kind face, and she
Okay.
smiles a lot.
Okay.
She's a good person.
Okay.
She took my shift for me.
Okay. It was the last second shift change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I was
okay.
going on this trip with the
Yeah,
professor.
you're going on the trip. Okay. Briar, how was your trip? Did you guys have a good time? I bet it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was. We're learning a lot about time. So we just got back in town. So we thought this is the professor, actually.
Oh, well, I mean, I've seen him in here, but hello,
that's
Professor.
right.
Nice to meet you. Officially.
Yes. Hello, Trish.
Hi.
So yeah, we're just gonna get a couple cups of coffee.
Oh, absolutely.
And like a cinnamon roll. And what do you want, Professor?
Oh, the usual, Trish. If you could.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm already on it. And
But 2 toasts today instead of 1, please.
okay, can do.
And just put it on I'll just take it out of my paycheck.
What? No, don't even worry about it.
Trish, you already took the shift for me.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. She gives you 2 cinnamon rolls instead of just 1. Do you want those heated up, actually?
No,
I
this
can
is
just
perfect.
I can just put it in the toaster. It'll just take
No,
a second. Why don't
No,
I
it's
just
okay.
go ahead and put it in the
Okay.
toaster? She grabs it and goes ahead and puts it like in the toaster to warm it up for you, and then makes your drinks, and then puts them over off to the side.
Thank you, Trish. I
Absolutely.
owe you a lot.
You don't owe me anything.
You are too good for this world. I'll grab my stuff and look at the professor. Do you want to go upstairs? Do you want to stay down here?
Upstairs has the nice couches.
Yeah, it does. So I start heading up the stairs there's like a specific couch by a window in the back.
Okay.
And it has a coffee table in front of it that we can put our stuff down on. So I'll head right back to that.
Okay.
Good. Other way is better. Very good.
As soon as we
it's
sit
fairly
down.
empty as well
Okay.
up here, anyway.
So I'll do a quick scan to see how much activity there's upstairs. And then I'm just going to.
There's like 3 or 4 people up here, but they're kind of like scattered a bit. There's one pair of people. They look like they're playing a card game at the table, and then you've got a whole bunch of kind of a privacy corner over by the sleeping bags, or the not sleeping bags. What are they called? Bean bags. Thank you.
Okay. So I'll start picking at my cinnamon roll, and I'm just going to look at the professor very severely and say, can you tell me more about this demon thing?
Oh. I was more talking about your
You
friend.
said I had a demon. You don't just tell someone they have a demon.
No, the demons of your past. Sorry, I'm still getting used to being a little more straightforward. Your shadowy business.
Yeah? Is a demon of my past?
Think so. You said it was running in your family, or you've seen it since you've existed to remember, right?
Yeah, like when I was a kid, I'd like play outside and see it.
Yes. Exactly. A demon of your past. This is one of the first times you've been able to control it. I think there was only one other one, and even then it was...
Does that mean I'm a demon?
Oh. No.
I'm just gonna start shoveling cinnamon roll into my mouth while my brain's turning. Because I didn't really
roll
get an
for me.
answer. Okay.
The thing...
88.
Oh. Okay. Well, I rolled a 1, which means this cinnamon roll is the best fucking cinnamon roll you've ever had in your entire life.
What a wholesome roll! I don't know if we've had one
A
so nice
wholesome
before.
roll! Ah! Oh my god!
I hit the wrong button and accidentally beeped.
I had a panic attack and then I felt so complete. So
Oh god, you
I
were
was
like, oh
worried.
god, what is about
Fucking
to happen?
double. I thought we were
yeah,
gonna die.
You did.
I was like, I'm turning the shadow and ripping apart this sleepy
You're like,
food.
oh yes, this cinnamon roll. No, but you do actually feel very refreshed. You feel really good now when you're eating this cinnamon roll. Like I'd say, you know, your limbs don't feel as kind of numb because you've been operating without sleep and that kind of stuff. You feel pretty good now after the cinnamon roll.
It's so good. Do you want some? It's like the best. It's sugary.
I don't really do much sugar, honestly.
Trish warmed it up and it like made it that much better.
I'm glad. She always does a very good job. But no, you're not a demon. The thing that was in Brian was. You're not that. The thing you kept seeing, that evil monster, that was a you that wasn't in control, I think.
That was me?
I think it was you that had succumbed.
But it's something that it scares me my whole life. Why would I torture myself with something like that?
Don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know you as well as I think everyone thinks I know everyone.
Did you like? Okay, you said there's 58 of me. Like,
You asked which ones died. That was the number of them dying.
how many lived?
The rest of them.
So okay, is there any scenario that you trusted like any of us more?
Yeah,
Tried harder to be honest?
it didn't go well.
I like to think that what you're doing is the right thing for you, but it's not right for all of us.
It's not the right thing for me. But I have to.
But why do you have to?
You ever make a mistake you regret?
Yeah.
One really, really big one?
Briar roll. What are you thinking about?
Blair.
Yeah, I thought so.
90.
Okay, please continue.
Some of us didn't have choices in those mistakes we made.
I understand that. And even more so then, if you had a sliver of hope, you could fix it.
Do you care about any of us? Like what happens to us?
That's why this is the last one. Because I don't want to do it again.
Hey, y'all. What are we talking about?
No trick.
Apparently, this is the last one.
The last one, what? The last cycle, last loop? Do you mean it's the last chance? Or do you mean this is the last one? I swear, like an addict.
The last chance.
I figured as much.
I think that's for the best.
I think so too.
And I think you're right. Weren't you the one that said when the rabbit asked me for help in the way that it did? Weren't you the one that said maybe this is all tied together? Like we're responsible for this. If we win, the rabbit wins kind of a thing?
That's the hope.
Sorry, Trick. I need you to roll real quick.
Okay.
This can be
Oh.
public if you want.
While he's rolling, has my toast finished? Is it up here with us?
Yes, absolutely. She'll bring.
Is
She'll
my
bring it up.
toast done yet?
She
I
will-
need my toast.
I know you do. So she absolutely.
85.
Trish will come up and like be like, "Oh, I don't want to interrupt," and she'll just kind of like make eye contact with you and bring your toast slightly burnt, just like you like it, right? I thought so. Okay, yeah. So she's like slightly burnt, like you like it. So there you go. And I'm
Thank
sorry,
you.
Trick. Your roll was
85.
85. Okay. You feel this. The hairs on the back of your neck stand up when you say maybe this is all connected. And you look over at the television, but somebody changes the channel.
Excuse me. Would you
There-
mind going back real quick to that previous channel? I just want to catch the end of that.
You'll have to roll again.
Yeah.
Are you? So I was
will
having
roll
this happen
convince
downstairs.
or,
Yeah. I was just gonna say
charm.
roll something special if you would like. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. I'll do convince. See if he'll do it. 56.
Okay.
My soul is 75. My
Okay.
convince is 30.
Okay. So it wasn't about whether you could convince them to change the channel or not. It's just you guys are up on the loft, so you're actually like shouting down to one of them, like, "Hey, could you you're kind of gesturing to them." So Trick's like, "Hey, do you mind changing that back to the channel?" And then I think the person standing there that isn't Trish kind of maybe just doesn't get what you're saying, but then Trish gets it and grabs the remote and changes it back for you. And it is actually the news. It's muted. But on the news, it does say that there have been suspected murders this morning.
Address, names, anything?
No address, no names. It's
What
all
town?
like, yeah, it's here in town. 3 people.
I'm probably not paying attention to that because he was.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm eating my toast.
I just keep kind of watching to see if they'll like show anything like familiar pictures, like of places that I might recognize from this town.
You see a house and you see people coming out of a house. So it's just like footage, and then you can kind of see the scroller down on the bottom, and you can see, the tag because there's no sound. But they are showing a home, and it does look like people are pulling somebody out like covered on a stretcher, and you can kind of like see that, and then they cut away from that.
Was the house a wealthy looking house, or was it like a shack, or like somewhere in between? Or?
Somewhere in between, probably.
Okay, so just kind of a nondescript house that I I've probably driven by but never noticed, kind of thing.
Yeah, something like that. It's
Okay.
it's in the neighborhood. It's nearby, but it's not anybody
Okay.
that you recognize.
Okay.
And really all you can see is what's scrolling down on the bottom, because you can't hear the newscaster because there's no sound. And the ticker is, clickbait dramatic, like, people, missing, potential murders or whatever, like.
And while these guys,
Murder and
if you
half
guys want
more.
to keep talking, be my guest. But I'm gonna get on my phone and check the local news.
Okay.
And you can type whatever you want to me.
I will definitely do that. And then
Yeah.
you guys can continue. That's perfect.
Well, you have a moment if you have any other questions, Briar. Said I would be honest, and I'm doing my best.
I don't know. It's a lot to process from the last few days.
Yeah, that's an
Days?
understatement.
Has it been a few? I don't even know what day it is. When was the last time we ate?
That's the bleed you're feeling.
What do you mean?
Really, for you. Well, what happened at my apartment when you merged?
That's what you want to call it?
Being tactful. You're experiencing some of the physical hungers and things from you previously, I think. Because for you, it's only been 12 hours, 14 hours. But mentally, days.
Well, I feel better. The cinnamon roll, it might just be the sugar, though.
It's probably doing more than you think. Food can help a lot.
I feel like I have so many questions for you, but I just don't even know what to ask.
Give it a shot. I'll need to get Brian soon, I think. So if you
Do
have
you
anything.
feel okay when you're like looking at your list and just picking someone to pull? How does that
Never.
make you feel?
Horrible.
Why do you have a list? Do you have a list? Where's my list? How many of me are left?
A lot of you. You're one of the strongest.
What about how many are left of Brian?
3 or 4.
And you're gonna pull another one?
He's got no choice. In order to close the loop, we gotta
All
have a
of those-
Brian.
They'll all stop existing anyway if we don't fix this. I'm going to save one.
Well, did you get your fill there, Briar? Are you
Yeah.
professor? You had enough toast?
Much as I can stomach, I think.
Well,
Still getting used to being me now.
let's go get Brian then.
But what I'm going to do is not be here anymore for a moment.
Just like make yourself look like you're sleeping. Otherwise, it's really creepy, and then people might get suspicious.
I
It kind
will
of
go-
is. Can you just like maybe go in the bathroom or something? Like,
That might be worse. They might think I died on the toilet.
How long are you gonna be gone? They're just gonna think you're going to the bathroom.
good enough for Elvis.
Yeah, I don't really feel like being the king today.
You don't want to sit on your throne? Come on, Professor. That shit was funny. Even though you're an evil son of a bitch, you still got a fucking sense of humor, right?
Oh, I do.
Just like slouch over, and since you're with me, I can. If anyone asks, I'll just say that you're tired and you're taking a nap, because that's not weird.
We'll put him in the car. Let's just put him in the car.
You want to leave the bean? It'll look like there's a dead man in your car. I'm not so sure that's a good idea.
No, you just look like you're sleeping in the car. I'd rather that than in here.
I've seen what I look like.
You know what? Let's just put a blanket over your head, and we'll tell everybody that you are dead, and we're on the way to the funeral home, but we need some coffee first.
Okay, this is me. I don't care what you guys do, but just so you are aware, there are like bean bags where you can lounge and sit. Like you guys could pull a table over and let him sit on a bean bag if you wanted.
Sleepy beanbags?
Yes, adorable with like little cute ears on them. Sorry.
And they
Losing control.
encourage you to sleep on them.
Yes, like relax. It is very much like.
Briar,
Yeah.
it's been a long time since I've seen you smile. That was nice.
I think the cinnamon rolls really helped, which is so sad.
Why are you talking like that?
I don't know. I ate 2 cinnamon rolls at a very
Good.
rapid speed.
You were probably pretty hungry.
Oh.
Don't worry. You do CrossFit. You'll burn those off real quick. Don't worry.
Oh. Well, Emma told me that I shouldn't do CrossFit. She said it's bad for me, and now I'm starting to think that I shouldn't do CrossFit anymore.
Well, there's all kinds of other exercises, but let's get to it. Professor, car, beanbag, or bathroom?
Here is good. You can
All
keep
right.
an eye on me that way.
All right.
Um,
Hey, waitress, can I get a cup of warm water for no reason?
it wouldn't work, but I appreciate your ingenuity.
So there isn't really a traditional waitress. They're down at the coffee bar, and there's only 2 of them working right now, and you guys are up on a loft. So.
It was a joke.
Oh, okay. Oh. Shit.
You know, the cup of warm
Sorry.
water with the hand?
Yeah. I
Okay.
thought you were actually asking for one.
Oh, no.
Didn't realize. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're fine. You're fine.
continue
You ruined the joke completely. No big deal. I'm fucking with you, PB.
That shit works
I'm
on me, man.
fucking with you, bro.
I know.
Relax.
Okay.
I know you're so excited about these beanbag chairs. Like,
I need a wind sound effect.
can I take shotgun? Like,
Hey, I didn't get that either because I was like, my shotgun. So
yeah. All right. So we'll I mean, I'll wait for you to plunk down and we'll take a seat by the beanbag chairs to just keep an eye on you. So I don't know how, like, okay.
I'll
just
drag
ask.
one over. Yeah.
I'll just
and,
ask. Hey, Professor, how long is this gonna take?
For you, hopefully only a few minutes.
All right. And I get out the stopwatch. I'll be timing you.
Nice. You can have a hunch roll for that.
Wise.
Hunch roll is 98. What a hunch roll.
Wow.
So if I want to fail something on purpose, I guess.
Yeah.
Or if you don't want a 99 or 100.
Yeah, he could just take that one. Yeah. All right. So Theo, what is this like when you attempt this? What are you doing?
So yeah, I drag a beanbag over to the couch, like in the back that we were sitting at, and kind of like push it up against a wall, so I can kind of like sit and like plop up a little bit.
I'm gonna do my best to make it look like I'm asleep. I should still be breathing, but it may be a little difficult to tell.
yeah, just there's blankets like on the chairs, and I'll just grab one and drape it over his chest just so that if he doesn't look like he's breathing, at least it's not as noticeable. I'm just gonna tuck you in, Professor.
I mean, thank you. I could do that myself, but thank you.
It's too late. I already did it. Then I'm gonna sit down again.
It's all right. Yeah, it will look like I'm dead, so don't worry about that. If something happens, I'd suggest taking me with you.
Oh, that won't be noticeable. This is great. Yeah.
Just saying, it would be wise to keep me safe, unless you want to stop being.
Is that a threat?
No, it's a warning. If
Oh, like a
it's not. I'm sorry. It's not.
fine line there.
It's what I walk every day.
Well, Trick will princess carry you out if we need to.
Yeah, I mean, what do you weigh, Professor? Like 98 pounds? Get it? 98?
Maybe a bit.
Sorry, that was just for the audience. That's what I just rolled. Sorry.
Sorry.
All right. when I'm back, one of two things will be. Brian will be next to me, which would be weird, but very possible.
He'll just like appear.
He might, or we'll have to pick him up.
That's why I said maybe we do it in the car. So if he appears, like no one's gonna be like sitting right next to him and be like, "Oh, hello, sir."
It's good that we're in a corner.
All right.
And then Theo kind of rests back a bit and like kind of does like a this, like someone who's trying to take a nap. And like,
Is that what people do when they try to take a nap? Is cover their face with their hair? I don't do that.
well, I mean, like if you have like hoodie or something.
Yeah, I
But
guess
like
you
when you
can.
like kind of like nod your head forward, maybe a
Yeah.
head, but he's kind of doing that and letting hair flop in front of him.
Okay.
Well, and also this is a special circumstance because when the professor like ghosts out, his eyes are dead and open.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So he's trying to cover them for that
Yeah.
reason.
Well, can I like? Well, he hasn't gone yet, right?
No, I'd love for Theo to describe what it feels like actually as you slip.
God, it feels like you're kind of slipping into an ice cold bath.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was
Like,
thinking. as well.
Not like an ice bath, but a bath that is exceptionally cold.
Where you're
on
just like as you go in
Yeah,
and your kind of
like,
whole body
almost
like
polar bearing,
Yep.
kind of.
okay.
Yeah.
Slower.
Skinny dipping in a lake in the wintertime at night. Like I don't know what that feels like, but I imagine that's what it feels like. I don't know. What are you talking about?
No one have any idea what that feels like. But basically, yeah, and it's just kind of this slow dip, and then
Where
feels
does it
like
start?
you're.
Does it start at his feet?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of the like it moves up toward the head, where
Okay.
in some like chakra is where the soul is.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Interesting.
and once that final plunge has been made, it feels like you're in one of those ice sensory deprivation chambers
Yeah. Okay.
where
So-
it just cold and then nothing.
So it's really strange. Are you both watching him as he does this? Or are you like looking off or avoiding watching him because it's creepy?
No, I'd watch him.
Yeah. Trick, do you think you would watch?
No, I'd probably be looking out.
Like
To
kind
see
of
it,
this
like-
it might be creepy. Okay.
No, not creepy. It's just like to see if anybody's like
Oh,
staring at us.
watching. Okay. 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 So then Briar, go ahead and roll for me.
Almost got you with that one, huh, Dan?
80.
80. Okay. So as you're watching him, it's just very strange as his limbs just kind of go stiff. It's like you've seen somebody sleeping, but I don't know if you've ever actually watched someone fall asleep before. But it's like instead of his body kind of going limp and relaxing, everything like gets really stiff and he kind of seizes almost for a second. He maybe even goes and then his eyes stay wide open as his body slowly relaxes and then his head falls down. He looks like he had a heart attack and died.
I'm going to lean over and just pretend I'm adjusting the blanket and try to close his eyes.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. You can close his eyes, no problem.
Okay. So I just like pretend like I'm tucking him in and I'm just trying to close his eyes because it's like creepily obvious that he's not okay if his eyes are open.
Yes.
And I look at
absolutely.
Briar and I go, I got some silver dollars if that would make it less creepy.
I mean, they were like wide open.
I know, I saw it before. It's like, remember, you ever seen Jaws?
Yeah.
He's got dead eyes, like a doll's eyes,
Mm-hmm.
like that. It's very
like-
weird.
He's like a creepy doll. Just in general.
Man,
Who is he?
I'm really holding back. I kind of want to punch his face while he can't fight back right now. Just one quick, just pop right in the schnoz.
He couldn't do anything.
I know. And that's kind of why I'm not gonna do it. Because when and if I do punch him, I want him to be there to feel it.
That's probably for the best.
All right.
His parents never told him no. That's why he's like this.
He wasn't born. He was hatched somewhere.
Oh,
And that's where we're going to pause with these two.
I want to show her like the article.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's say you
Yeah.
pull out your phone and you go to show her the article. Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and time is going to slow. So Trick is pulling out his phone and he kind of just like stops midway before he's going. And the sounds of the cafe obviously fade away. Theo, you come out, your ethereal form, and you look at Trick and Briar kind of frozen in time. Do you want to describe what it's like when you do this, when you pull Brian? Because this is new. Before, when you've had to pull people, you've pulled them in a very specific way and with a very specific ritual, and it took a lot of your energy and power. Now that you are a Wraithborn, this is much easier for you. You have threads that you can pull and grab and go into. So what is this like?
So he has his book, and I like, as he can kind of like pull objects with him, like he'd kind of reach down to himself and hold on to his book with him.
Okay.
And flip through back to his notes on the Bryans.
What do his notes
kind of
say? What do his notes say about those Bryans?
So, if Briar had like noticed more of the page that he had wrote, most of them have X's at the end of their timelines. Some of them say suicide. Some of them say ran away. Some of them say killed in the fight.
So when it is said we're running out of Bryans, you mean we're running out of Bryans that are still alive? Okay.
Alive or no, just alive.
Yeah.
At this point.
Okay.
He ends himself very frequently. There aren't that many that have been very strong.
So what's different about these that you've selected?
Some of them he's interacted with before, but someone else died. And he had to reset anyway.
Okay.
And at the time, pulling a stronger Brian over a weaker one was too much of a risk to both.
And at the beginning, you didn't really get to choose, right? At the beginning, I believe when Theo was resetting, it was like you got whoever you got. And it wasn't until the last, I'd say, couple of months that you've really been able to choose these with this specific ritual. And now that you're a Wraithborn, this temptation has been at your feet this entire time. You know, like if you just become a Wraithborn, you can pull whoever you want. So this is the first real time that you get to choose like you're at a grocery store.
Yeah. And I believe there is one of these three that are still alive and still strong is awake.
Yes, there is one in your timeline that is awake. Are you going to try to go for that one?
It's the only one that's awake, so he's going to have to.
Okay.
So Theo reaches out to that thread. That's what I thought. Wanted to check. There are only 3 red threads kind of floating around in the midst of these threads.
Okay.
Like out and about.
So that's what that means to you when you, let's think about what this looks like for everybody. So when you choose to kind of phase out of the sleepy being where they are, and now you're in what, darkness? What is it like when Theo is in his thread room?
It looks like his office from the university.
Okay.
It's a familiar space, a safe space of solitude and research.
Except there are threads everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you choose to focus on one person, do threads fade away and then you only see the threads focusing on one person?
It kind of more like they get highlighted. All the threads are there.
Okay, so now you just see them light up. Like, okay, here are the threads that I want. And the red threads mean that they're awakened, correct?
The red threads are Brian's aura.
Brian's
which is why there's only 3 left.
There's only 3 left. Oh, geez. Okay. So you're going to go to the red thread that has some of the flecks in it, and you're going to pick this
like
one
that,
in particular.
The milky blackness of awakening.
Okay. So
And so
when you do this, sorry, go ahead. You first, and then I will. 'Cause I think you're about to
just
describe
kind
it.
of like reach out and pull on it a bit and pull it to it gets taut.
Yes. Okay. So when you do that, because I think you know innately how you can do this, and you don't want to break the thread, of course. But if you were to just kind of like touch it a little bit and let it vibrate or pull it taut, you could speak to him before you actually kind of move the thread. So would you just like to move the thread and pull him in, or do you want to talk to him first?
Talk to him first.
Okay, so you pull it taut, and Brian, in ethereal form, appears before you.
Long time no see, Brian. Or maybe it's just been a day for you.
Who are you?
Fuck. All right. That changes things a little. Thought you were one I'd interacted with, but apparently not. I'm Dr. Theo Ransom.
All right.
You don't
What do
seem
you
very
want?
fazed by this.
I've seen a lot of things. So what do you want? Why am I here?
I want you.
Me.
You're special. You're better. I want you to replace the Brian that I had that has died by his own choices. I can give you as much information as you'd like in, I think, as much time as I have. But the very baseline, everything's going to collapse, and you will cease. I'm trying to fix that. You come with me, I can keep you alive and safe to the best of my abilities, and if we succeed, you can continue on with whatever you want, and I won't trouble you again. I could even put you back here, probably.
I take a drink of a bottle of water that was in my hand. All right. What do I gotta do?
Help us. Use your powers to keep us supported. There is a monster threatening Athmore and everything.
Powers.
Yes.
And what powers are those?
I believe it's called a dipsomancer, is what you are. One who drinks and gains the power from that.
How do you know that?
Because I know you, Brian. I've known many of you from different timelines.
So it's true, huh?
What is?
Nothing. All right. I don't think I have a choice in the matter, do I?
You do.
Do I?
I won't take another one unwillingly.
All right.
I can offer you one thing, and I want to do it here before I get back.
Okay.
There's an untapped power that only you can control.
And what's that?
Did you know that you can drink demons? You
Nope.
can control it.
Huh.
You can eat it. Perhaps even instead or augmenting your drinks. And I think it would want you, and I think you could trap it.
Is there any way myself can help without having to use powers?
Perhaps. But I think that demon will want you regardless. And I think you might be the only one that can drain it dry.
All right, well, I made a promise to a friend. I saw this coming.
You did.
Yeah. All right. I'll help on one condition.
Yes, Brian.
I want you to keep Isabella safe.
You know Izzy?
We'll get to that later. What do I gotta do?
I just hold out my hand.
I'll take you with me.
All right, let's go.
Oh my God. Okay, roll. Roll, Theo. Make it good.
What?
Ooh. I'd like to do one thing
Yes.
before I roll that.
Yes. Oh, are you going to use it? Use it. Use it. This is the time.
My goal
Yeah.
is to get Brian.
Okay.
And with that, should I say what I'm doing?
Yeah, just so they can know. I mean, if you want to keep it secret, you may, but
Been around long enough. I'm making my avatar roll.
okay.
17.
I'd say not a problem. That's way under. You're good.
And now I will roll to get Brian,
Okay.
which is a 50.
Yeah.
If that's successful,
Yeah.
great.
You're good.
Can I make it better? Because I can flip that
You
to a
can
5.
you can flip it to a 5 and it would be much better for both Brian and you.
And I will do that.
Okay. Just mechanically, so everybody knows what's happening here. When you make an avatar roll, the way he did is as long as he announces this is my goal and my focus right now, and the roll I'm about to make directly lines up with my focus, his ability allows him to swap the roll, as long as he's staying true to his obsession, which is to get Brian to stop all this from happening. So. That's what happened. All right. So that is now a 5. Would you please describe together what happens as you move through and you pull Brian? So that's a 5. So he can appear however you would like. If you just want him sitting there and everybody just, that's not weird to anyone. You can do that. No
would
problem.
Do that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So at least on my end, it would be kind of like taking his hand and like, you know, those lame, maybe not lame, but those pictures with like the person walking and like it's the picture behind them where like there's the person's
How
hand.
dare you? I get paid tons of money to recreate those every week.
Oh, so it's not lame and you love doing the same thing over and over again every week. Got it. But I'd basically be leading him ahead, like making very meticulous steps until kind of like getting to the end of my office and stepping through my door.
Okay.
I want to know what it feels like for Brian.
Yeah, I
getting
do too.
pulled.
Because your body is either, would it be coming with you or are you making a new one? Like, what's that like? Yeah, please tell us.
I guess it would be like a lot like my body moving through, but as I move through it, obviously there's slight changes that happen to me from my world going into his world. My stomach feels a little different, like I had a different meal. I have a different energy amount. I'm a little more tired for some reason when I'm going over this threshold. And there's a temperature flux going through his office. It's very strange. I was coming from a warm supermarket, And then I'm slowly going through this office, and the air is dusty, and the overall temperature is a little too low for comfort for what I'm wearing. I can feel the goosebumps on my arms. And as we go through these lines of stacked books, it's a weird flicker of different areas that I'm looking at that flash back to the office. And as I'm holding his hand, the hand has this weird, like, staticky charge to it, like pins and needles going through your arm. But for some reason, you can't let go. It's like an electrical shock, and it just makes your muscles spaz onto his, and you can't do anything about it. You're at the whim of wherever he drags you. And as we reach the other end of his office, everything levels out. I feel like myself again, but the room smells different. I'm smelling coffee and pastries, and all of a sudden this slow gain of an audience in the background comes to my ears, and I can hear the ramblings of people, and I'm still in this office. And as we hit the bookshelf, I start focusing on this book on the wall that I just kind of seems to stick out for some strange reason. And it feels like the back of the book is looking at me. And so I look back at it, and it just takes up my entire vision. It just grows on me. And as I come to like the details of the back of the leather-bound book, and I'm seeing through the cracks of it, the world appears through the cracks. And I just succumb into this room.
Shit. That is so cool. Okay, so we resume with both Trick and Briar. And Trick, you were showing Briar your phone. And this is going to be a little bit tricky for you to role play, but this is sort of what it feels like when you kind of like look up. Brian's always been there. Brian came with you. Of course he came with you. This is not a big deal. What were you waiting for again? That kind of thing is what it feels like. But you still retain the memory that you were here to get Brian. But just like when you look up, you're not surprised to see him because it feels like he's always been there.
Oh, that was weirder than I was told it was gonna be.
What, did you try a new drink or something, Brad?
No, not really. And you are?
I'm sorry?
What's your name?
What did you put in that drink, Brian? Are you...
He doesn't. I don't think he knew us, where he's from.
Where he's from?
You
Oh,
kn-
right.
Yeah.
Do you know what he is?
I'm sorry. It's
Are
just...
these people with you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
nice to meet you. My name is Brian Miller.
Hey, Brian.
I guess you need my help.
Yeah, we do. He doesn't know
Okay.
anything, Professor?
No. Well, I told him as much as I could in the short time we had.
She looks
Brian?
familiar. I'm looking over at Briar. You look
You know-
familiar. I don't know your name, but I've seen you a lot.
Do you come to this coffee shop?
No, this one doesn't ring a bell. No. But I recognize your face. I don't forget a face. Nice to meet you. I'm Brian Miller. Your hair's
Briar.
different, though.
Yeah, I cut it off.
Okay. So, let's get down to business so I can get out of here. What do I need to do?
Well,
Oh, I'm Henry, by the way.
Oh, there we go. Henry, nice to meet you.
we need to get the others. We need to recollect.
Sorry. I probably reach for my coffee instinctively and just down a bunch of it.
Okay, you can roll for me. And just so that you know, everybody, Brian would have had to make 5 rolls during that pull that he did not have to make because Theo chose to make that a 5. But that was actually quite a very difficult thing that just occurred.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Private or public roll for me?
Private, please.
Okay.
Dude, do you see that?
I saw it.
Okay. Well,
Oh, and so does everyone in chat.
Oh, okay. Okay. Everybody has seen it. Oh, why? Oh my God. You guys have been seeing all the private roles. Sorry.
Well, I rolled a 1, listeners. since
Okay,
Jack
since
everything.
everybody got
Yeah.
to see it, yeah, it's a 1, it's a 1. Okay, which means, as far as you like doing that successfully and how good you feel after that, 100 obviously would be the worst, and 1 is like you feel really good and confident and like, holy crap, I pulled Brian and that went better than expected for my first time, that kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Feel a lot better with that coffee. Good.
I look at the. How long has passed since the professor went in?
So I think because you said you've pulled the watch out and then you were going to pull your phone out to show Briar, I will have you roll to see if you noticed something while you were pulling out your phone, but it's going to be pretty difficult.
How about a 71?
Yeah, you did not. You were pulling out your phone and then all of a sudden they were there. So I don't think you noticed. If you look at the watch now, no time has really passed at all. Maybe seconds.
Okay. How much? Hold on. I forget how many charges it takes for a flip flop.
Oh, we'll have to see.
And I'm wondering how important this roll is. Because for everyone
That I
out there,
can't
it's
tell
like, we only get so many charges, y'all. So I use them when I need them, okay?
Everybody,
So
I've
everybody's
noticed that. Everybody's like, do that,
the
do that.
98, flip the 98 to an 89. I'm like, you idiots. Not only is it a dumb flip, but it takes up charges. I only have so many.
That was creepy, Theo. With the Theo voice on there when you laughed.
Oh, oops.
Oh, no, it's okay. It was good. It was just this.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Two minor charges to flippity flop. I think I can do that. I can afford that.
Okay.
So we'll take off 2 minor charges and flip that into from the 71 into 17.
Okay. So then as you're pulling out your phone, you go, oh, I wanted to watch the watch. And you kind of glance over to look at the watch and it is spinning incredibly quickly. Like not the watch itself, but the hands on the watch are spinning very fast and almost uncontrollably, going in one direction and then switching, and one hand's going the one way and the other hand's going counterclockwise, and it's just crazy, but just for a second. And then when Brian and Theo are there and you look up, maybe you look up to tell Briar to be like, look at this, and they're there, and then you kind of just, it's gone.
So when the professor was out of time and space, so to speak, the watch went nutso. Okay. Now when it resumes, does it go back to where it was, or has
Like 15 seconds maybe passed. It was nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Good to know. I'm glad I switched that. I'm glad I caught that.
And we are actually going to switch scenes for a moment. Yeah, I know. Weird, huh? Super weird. Don't even worry about it. Nobody can see anything. The screen is completely dark. And that is okay. I meant to do that, in case you were wondering. All right. Joe had been deliberating for 5 minutes over which head of lettuce was in fact more perfect. The grocery store was busier than usual, and Joe, not very fond of crowds, would normally be on a fast and efficient mission. However, today, he wanted everything to be just right. So his current dilemma, lettuce. The noise of the grocery store increased. It began to feel very bright. He knew this feeling well. The feeling of suddenly looking down at his hands and knowing they were his but not feeling like they were. His breath quickened as he rushed to pull out his phone. He hammered out a text back to his therapist. I don't think I can do this anymore. I'm kind of freaking out. He anxiously watched the floating text bubble ellipses. The thought repeating over in his mind, if I can't pick fucking lettuce, how can I do something like this? Her message came through. Joe, you can do this. You are strong and you are powerful. I believe in you. You will be so happy once you've done it. Joe sighed, and the tension left his body. She was right. He looked back to the produce display, decided on a head of lettuce, and pushed his cart towards checkout. And that's where we're going to take our break. So we will return momentarily. Go stretch your legs, take a bathroom break, wash your piss mittens, and we shall return. If I can hit the BRB button. Are you going? Okay, there we go.
Nocturne. We'll be right back. Sit. Stay. Good girl. Tablestory's Nocturne. We'll be right back. Sit. Stay. Good girl. Tablestory's Nocturne. We'll be right back. Sit. Stay. Good girl.
When Joe cooks, he really cooks. It's an activity he's always found joy and peace in. Dinner was exceptional. While lettuce was not the starring role, he found a way to make it sing amidst the chicken, rice, and delicious marinade. It was, one might consider, quite perfect. The table was lit with candles, and the wine he had carefully chosen filled his nose and mouth with delight. It was, all in all, a lovely evening. Smiling, Joe checked the time and felt for the velvet box nestled safely in his pocket. And we return to the cafe.
All right. Well, that's, I guess, technically step one at this point. When is your appointment?
Oh, sorry.
Rick.
Just ignore that. It's not happening.
Am I hearing things?
No.
Someone forgot to put play stop on their sample.
Yeah, I did.
And it's
Yeah, I
just
did.
Play repeat.
Sorry.
God, we lost Brian again.
My bad.
Oh, look at the time. Can't help.
There we go.
Gotta
This
get
is the
another
right
one.
Please continue.
Well, how much time do you have until your appointment? Henry?
Not that much time has passed, so I just look and I just say about 2 hours, 45 minutes, 2.5.
What is your appointment?
It's an appointment to make sure I stay in control of my pet.
Wait, I'm sorry. When you asked me your appointment, I thought you were talking about the payphone that you had to go to from the text message that was
oh,
the
that
call.
wasn't that.
No.
Oh, that was.
But I mean, if Trick assumed
No,
that's
no,
what
no,
it
no,
was,
I'm
that's
not- I'm
fine.
not
But yeah,
lying
okay,
on
okay, okay.
purpose.
Okay.
Well, okay. What was
Okay.
that one? That was just
So
to
you-
meet somebody.
That was just to be at the payphone to call. That was your text from Lee. Because you were like,
From Lee?
yeah. You texted Lee in the Lucky Rabbit, right?
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Lee. Remind me who Lee is. I don't.
I am not going to speak because I feel like I thought you were texting someone else. And I think you were texting a prostitute? Is that what's happening?
No. I thought it was Phil.
Yeah, Phil said he would connect you with someone.
There. Yeah.
Yeah, Phil
That's
said he
what I
would
thought it
connect you with
was.
someone. Okay, no, but you got a different text. So I think that we should assume that Trick thinks that because I think that is an appropriate misunderstanding. I think the
Yeah.
text you got, and that explains why you called the number and said, I want to procure your services. Because I was like, what the fuck? What does that even mean? Okay, well, there we go.
Yeah. I never heard the name Lee until today.
No, yeah, okay. That's all right. Whoops. You didn't hear it. I just
Okay.
assumed that that's what was happening.
Okay. Cool.
'Cause you asked Jazz.
Okay.
So,
Then
okay.
Here we go. This
Okay,
is how we're gonna.
here we
say it.
go. We're going to just say that's what you assumed.
Did you ask my appointment?
I
asked
asked.
you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
then what the appointment is what.
Yeah.
Right.
There we go. It's an appointment that I got set up just to, I think, just to get more magic, I guess. I'm not sure though. You know how when you do stuff that, like, jumping out of the fucking car.
Mm-hmm.
This is my stuff.
Be careful.
Oh, always careful. But Brian, you don't remember any of us, even the
Nope.
professor.
I haven't met any of you. No, sorry. I got kind of an idea of what's going on, but
Do you know Emma?
no.
Do you know about the rabbit?
Yep.
You do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
What
if
was
you
it?
remember the rabbit, that means you're woke, right?
Something like that, yeah. I'm guessing you've met what are some regulars there? You know, there's the aviator.
Yeah.
It's been a
Jazz.
while. Jazz, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, Jazz. It's hard to forget her. There's a guy with a lot of straws. I never really talked to him.
Talker.
Okay.
You didn't really talk to him? Are you sure? Because he's a talker.
No.
Okay.
No,
He
never.
might not have had anything he wanted or something.
Maybe, I don't know. But yeah.
Handsome fellow,
So
though.
sure. I mean, yeah. I'm kind of half listening as he's talking, and I'm playing Angry Birds on my phone.
So, what do you know about our situation?
What I know is that I guess you guys fucked up or something. Something got fucked up. And last I heard is that the rabbit is not doing too well. And that shit's going to go on really bad until you all fix whatever it is that you have to do. And apparently, me or other me's have to help in a sense. And I was told that it might be me. randomly. They said the chance was like very slim that it would be me. Because there's apparently it's like this guy probably knows, the guy that dragged me. That there's like a whole bunch of, like, I don't even know how to put it, like avenues or different times. Yeah.
Right.
And apparently, like he can kind of pull from whatever ones that work. And obviously,
tell you-
I thought it was free. I thought I was never going to get pulled.
Did he
Does,
tell you this is the last chance?
Is it? I look over at the professor.
Yes. That's why I told you if it's not you, I'll have to pick a different one. But you'd
Well,
fade.
that's not a last chance then, is it? So
Well,
if it doesn't work out with me, am I able to go back and then you can grab a different Brian?
no.
No? Okay. Why is that?
There aren't many of you left.
Okay, hold on. Let me get this clear. So you told me that if I had to come voluntarily,
Yes.
and I did.
Yes.
I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for someone else. But at the same time, now you're saying that it was the last chance, but there's still this isn't making any sense. I'm sorry. I need clarity on this.
Okay. Maybe this will help.
Okay.
I take out the pocket watch and I show him. Jazz gave me this. This is
Okay.
how much time we have left. We have 2 days minus 2 hours, or 3 days minus 2 hours, give or take.
All right.
This watch tells us when the end happens.
Does anyone know what happens at the end?
Nope.
I think I do.
Oh, really?
That was one of the things I said I wanted to talk about.
Oh,
We go away. All of us, myself included.
Is that a vague way of saying dead, or
Yes. But it's not just us, it's all of our versions.
so we're wiped off the timeline like we never existed,
That's exactly right.
including the rabbit. Is that right?
That I don't know.
I'm guessing. The rabbit
Possibly.
cried out to me for help, Brian. That's how I know that's dying.
Yeah.
the rabbit itself, or the LaRouche family?
I don't know who they are.
I don't know that either.
Okay.
It was the building, no persons.
Okay. All right. I'm with you now. All right. Okay. Well, a friend of the rabbit's a friend of me. So, all right. We got 2 days. What do we got to do?
How do you know so much?
3 days?
Yeah. Sorry. 3. Yeah.
3. Thank you. We got 3 days. What do we got to do?
Someone brief you before you came here?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah. It's quite a. You know what? Can I get a coffee? And
No.
we can-
Who briefed you? Was it him or was it somebody else?
No, it was Jazz, but it's a whole spiel. I'm kind of thirsty. That whole walking thing was weird. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab a coffee at the counter. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. Thank you. All right.
Well,
He seems a lot more interested in seeing this through than any other Brian I've seen. I kind of like him.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting him to be this strong. I knew he was awakened, but
He also seems surprisingly sober and put together. Is he what we think he is, or is he something else?
he's what we think he is. I honestly didn't notice that part. Sober, you think?
He might be awoke with a different set of stuff than our Brian's.
No, I don't think that's the case.
All right.
But
I'm just saying, the last Brian we had, or the first Brian we had, he was a fucking mess.
well, I know that's why I tried to pull this one. But that I'll ask him when he gets back.
When he walked by, I was hoping to look at his hands. Does he have a ring on?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
I am almost positive that he does. But maybe not. So we might have to ask him when he comes back.
Okay.
He walked away for a second for those listening.
We do need to figure out what's next, though. I'd say get Izzy, but I don't think we can. I think we have to wait.
Roll for me when you say that.
Private?
Yes, please. You too, Briar, actually. Oh, okay.
Private?
Yes, please. What is your soul stat? Could you remind me again?
Mine are all 62 across the board.
Oh, fantastic. Holy snap. Okay. And then you had a skill eavesdropping in your soul. What is that one?
19.
Okay. Okay. When you say find Izzy, you feel a little kind of like flip in your stomach a little bit.
Me?
Briar does. You do too, maybe a little bit, Theo, but you feel like she might be here. It's a really strange feeling and sensation, but I don't think it's strong enough for you to actually feel like, you know, to look for her. It's more like, oh, maybe my switching into the timeline made me feel this way. It's kind of something you might brush off. It's not that strong.
Yeah.
I come back from the front hill and I sit down.
Are you wearing a wedding band?
I am.
Okay. He is, Briar.
I take a sip of my coffee.
All right, welcome back.
Oh, this is good. This is really good. I gotta come here more often.
It's a good coffee shop.
I hope the one in my area is better, or the same at least. It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
So, I guess if I'm gonna be helping all of you, maybe we should get to know each other a little better, or at least how this is all gonna work. Like, do we bounce off each other's ability thing?
Yeah.
Hey,
I was-
Brian.
Yes.
Not to touch on any sort of touchy subject or anything, I hope.
No, go ahead. I think I already know where you're going.
You married, Brian?
Was. Still am. Here.
Okay. So that's not changed.
No. I guess not. I'm guessing,
The last Brian I was telling them, the Brian I know, the Brian from my time, or whatever universe, he was a mess. He was fucked up perpetually about that shit. Seems like you might have worked through it, or are working through it.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, we're going there, huh? Okay.
I'm sorry. I just
No,
like,
no, it's
the
fine.
last Brian's like he offed himself like, and we just want to make sure like you're more stable than that. Like you seem like that. This is important because if this is the last shot we got, I just want to know we got the A team on top of this.
Well, if that's true, that this is the last shot, I guess I'll do the best I can. So yeah, I think off himself, huh?
Apparently, a few of them did.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You have to roll a self check. Oh my God, we haven't used this in a while.
Me?
No, Brian has to
Oh,
roll
okay.
against himself because this is pretty fucked up information, I imagine.
23.
Okay, okay, that is a pass. So you role play that as you will.
All right. So, what do you all know exactly about
Well,
me? Me? That's how do you even word this? You know what I mean? Like, if this is weird to you all, right? Like, this is a little fucked up.
it's
Yeah.
Brian, man. It's been weird for. It seems like forever now.
Oh,
I saw you at the grave, your wife and daughter.
and you saw? Oh, Jesus.
I saw the
Right.
graves.
I
Okay.
don't know the trauma specifically, and I don't know if you need to go over why.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I think if we're gonna move forward, we don't need to have any of that type of weird tension between everyone. If we're gonna be doing whatever needs to be done, so I'll let you I'll let you know a little bit about myself. At least this version iteration. Anyways, let's go with it.
What'll really cook your noodles if you meet another version of yourself? That fucked me up for a while.
You met your own version of yourself?
Yeah,
How'd that go?
weird, real weird. He was from a couple of days in the future or on his timeline.
Roll trick.
Okie dokie.
Sorry,
me
it's a
just
lot of
roll
rolls. I'm
real
sorry.
quick.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
How the fuck does that work?
Okay.
86.
That's okay because as you say, it's from a couple days in the future. I think it's like you realize that's actually tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tuesday 4. Okay. Continue.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
No, did not escape my notice. So
Okay.
Whoa,
I'm like,
hold on a
the
second.
time is ticking down from
Yeah.
what he said, and that's
Yeah.
some powerful shit that
Yeah.
could or could not happen, and hopefully it doesn't happen. Sorry, it's driving me a little bit insane inside. I apologize.
Hold on a second. If you can see in the future, is it his presence, or you're in the past of his, or he's the future of yours? How does that work? Can we go back?
That's
Why don't we?
I don't know, brother.
Is that an option? Can we just rewind the whole fucking thing and just stop it at the get go?
Professor?
no. That's what I've tried to do. It doesn't work.
Why not?
I'm stuck. Something went horribly wrong, and I could only go back to a specific day. The
So
day everything happens.
maybe this analogy is kind of apropos. Picture a record. There's a scratch in the record. Every time it hits that scratch, goes back to the exact same spot, plays those same 3 minutes again, hits that scratch, goes back. That's what we're doing. We're trying to repair the scratch.
Okay. All right. Shit. All right. Okay, no going back then. All right. Well, what can I say? I'm Brian Miller, as I guess most of you know. I went through a very difficult time in my life. I lost my wife and daughter to a home invaders, and I got to watch them die. And I spent the next few years trying to find solace at the bottom of bottles. And it was during these times of where I was introduced to the wonderful Jazz, bless her heart, and Izzy, Isabella, or whatever version you guys have. Yeah, I know a little bit. Jazz helped me fill this in.
Quick question. How'd you get to the rabbit?
I drove there.
Was it just there like you were supposed to be there at the right time, right place kind of thing? No one like guided you there.
I know where you're getting to. It was weird. It was like an emotional pull, if that makes any sense. It took the wheel. I'm driving down Main Street with nothing but my thoughts, and I swear, I'm looking at the wheel and I can feel it just turn right into the parking lot. It was so strange. But the weirdest part about it is that I never remembered. I learned why, but those moments in my life were a blur. an absolute blur. Wake up with the worst hangover ever. I accepted the fact of it back then because it was all there to numb the pain. And the fact that I went to this place and never remembered anything of it helped. On top of that, it was chunks of my life that I was not reminded of that horrible night.
I'm sorry, Brian. Really, a clarification. Did you
Sure.
say Izzy or a decent fellow?
Both. There's a whole bunch of her. I know. I've gotten a couple. Jazz filled me in. See, it's kind of why I wasn't too surprised when you yanked me. She kind of gave me a little bit. See, like Jazz and I, we got a little bit of history.
Okay.
She was there when things weren't good. She was always a good shoulder to cry on. And yeah, she let me know that this might happen. I was hoping it wouldn't, but here we are. So
Yeah, you kind of stop being surprised by things after a while.
yeah.
Adisa was jumping?
No, Jazz told
No.
me. She
But you said you've met a couple or a few.
Sorry, I didn't meet. I heard of a couple. I got names. My apologies. I only know mine.
Which one is yours? Adisa or Izzy?
You know, for liberty, I'm not gonna say. If that's okay with you, no offense.
That's
Because all due respect, I don't know you that well, and from what I'm gathering, is that you pull a lot, and people die a lot. And you know what?
I'm
rather
just
not.
dead eye staring the professor right now.
I understand.
Now, I understand the predicament you guys are in to a certain state of where shit's bad, but at the expense of what? And I'm going to protect her as best as I can. And that includes not letting you know who. And hopefully, you're okay with that?
That's fine. However, if it's our Izzy coming here, you'll bump into her anyway. I have a feeling. There's also the incident of
I kind of talk in like slightly a more hushed tone since we're in public, sort of.
we have to kill my Adisa. Because she's at the root of all of this problem. And so am I.
Oh, yeah? And what exactly did she do? This irks me a little bit. I got a little bit of
I
a
was
twitch in
just
my
gonna
eye.
say, like, how is Brian reacting to this?
So what exactly did she do?
A ritual. He was trying something new. He always has been academic, wanting to try new things. He was, I don't know what. I bet probably something to do with time. He was very excited. Called me. Today. Saying I should come over and see it. The first time I got there. He was dead. But she isn't later. It's not really her anymore. I have to save her. But I do know that killing what she is now will be some of a release. And it will stop the loops.
One question. Will Brian be stuck here when that happens?
If he wishes to be, I think I could bring him back. I told him this before I brought him.
Theo, can you roll for me?
Private?
No, you can do public, but this is going to be against your occult knowledge.
9. Way
Wow,
under.
okay. So you have, then this makes sense. You have extensively researched this to see like how you can possibly end this. And you have a couple of options according to Theo. Option 1, you kill her, as you've been suggesting. And theoretically, what that should do is let time stop and restore from the moment after you arrived and kill her, so around 11 in the morning. There are a couple of other options that you have explored and you deemed maybe too dangerous. I'm not sure why. That's up to Theo. But there are a couple of other ways you could try to go back before she started the ritual. But it would reset everything from before February 13th. And then there's another crazy theory that you looked up that was like insane, and it would just restart the day from midnight. And I don't know if you disregarded that or if you were just like, that's crazy, we'll do that later. But you've been trying to stop her this one particular way over and over. So.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
I think the only other way we can figure out what he was trying to do, maybe we could fix it, but I don't know. There are a lot of possibilities, but killing her, I think, is the most attainable.
I'm kind of scowling while looking down at my coffee, and I'm just rubbing the rim of the coffee cup with my finger. And I look up and give like a half smile. Look crooked. It's good coffee, by the way. Really good. All right. So we got to kill someone.
Not someone anymore.
Not someone. Something.
Yeah.
Does it have to be anyone in particular? Is that why I'm being dragged along? Do I have to do this? Or is this something you're going to do?
Well,
We all have to help.
I got a hungry dog. I could use some feeding. I think you just need to be here as a Brian placeholder or chess piece.
Theo. The symbol on the floor requires 5.
It's, we kill her, we can close up the ritual. It needs 5. There's a specific number, and if you're not awakened, it probably wouldn't work.
You've tried it several times without the full 5. Because remember, Trick is a more recent pull. Brian is, I think you said Brian was an early pull, actually. So, you haven't always tried this with all of you, so.
I do know that with less than 5, it doesn't work. We have killed her before.
So why do we kill her again if it didn't work the last time?
Because we didn't have the 5.
Each time?
Each time.
Why didn't you learn from the first several times?
I didn't have the power. I hope
Make sure there weren't 5 the next time? You just kept doing it with the 4 even though you knew it didn't work?
we didn't kill her each time I tried. We lost. We failed. Someone left. Someone killed themselves.
all due respect, Professor, I think you failed.
I'm well aware.
What's next?
Well, between now and your appointment, I don't know if you all need something to prepare yourselves. I just told you, Brian, do you need anything in particular?
Well, I had a grocery cart full of groceries where you grabbed me, so I'm fine, I guess. I got my wallet, and depending on how long this takes, if you can pay for some
Show
stuff.
him the thing.
Are you
Wait,
sure you're
what?
prepared for this, Brian? Do you really know what you're getting yourself into?
Well, by the sounds of it, no, I don't have a clue. Not too much, anyways. I have an idea of a concept of what needs to be done in some sorts. And what I'm hearing right now is we got to go and kill someone, and we need 5 to do it. And apparently, this hasn't been going too well, from what I understand. And I just need to be there. And if that's the case, if I just need to be there so this can get done and things can go back to normal and I can get back to my life, then let's do it.
Who's number 5? Emma?
Yes. He's out looking into something now.
Are we going to show Brian the thing? The flask? It was for him.
Do I still have them all on me?
Yeah.
I know I needed it to get him.
Yeah, you needed it to find him and get him, but you did it, and you do still have everything on you.
Oh, yes. Here, I needed these to get you, but I think you could have them now.
Oh, and by the way, I bummed a smoke. I hope you don't mind.
I don't smoke.
Ah,
Really?
No, I did for a while, but I haven't smoked in a couple of years now. The mints, they're great.
Theo, if you reach for his smokes, they are now Trick's smokes, the ones he's always smoked.
I pull them out.
right, that would make sense. Here, Henry.
Well, well, well.
And then I pull out the flask and the photo. I have the photo like kind of folded in half,
Okay.
so it doesn't show immediately, but
I needed these to get to you. If you want them.
I slide the photo first.
What's the photo of?
Amy Miller.
Doing what?
In my mind, it was like
Yeah, go for
one of
it.
those, like a happy beach scene, like her, like maybe a slightly overcast beach walk with her just smiling and like looking out over the ocean. Probably like a vacation that was taken.
And it was specifically taken by her lover. So either you in your reality did take something similar. It's up to you. You can have had this memory as well if you want.
Okay. I probably don't have the memory of this, but obviously I recognize her.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You can keep that. I
Of course.
just needed it to bring you. And then there's this flask full of a.
What was the that type of scotch again?
I'm not sure because Zeke is the one that mentioned it originally.
Yep. And I had it written down.
It was McAllen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Look at you guys. Yes.
It's like a 21 year or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Rare cask or the Distillery Reserve or something.
Yeah. The I remember the story of it. You can't get it
it's
anymore
like
because
Yeah.
it is. McHenrick. Yeah, that sounds
McHenrick?
more like
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Henrik?
because it wasn't a real brand. I made up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's McHenrick, and the distillery burnt down. So these bottles are rare. You can't find
Yeah.
them anymore because they don't make them anymore.
Yeah. So I supply that. McHenrick's incredibly rare and was one of your favorites.
Hmm.
At least here.
And that's what's in here?
Yes. It won't run out. There's enough in there to last forever.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a wild stab and say, you don't drink anymore, do you, Brian?
Not for a while.
Yep.
Part of
You
the
look
healing
good.
process. Get rid of all the excess weight. I'm sitting there just twirling the flask in my hands.
As
Yeah.
a warning, because I think it's fair. That flask makes whatever's in it very addictive.
Oh, I bet. I don't even think you need magic for that.
Oh, I suppose not.
Nope. You're not expecting me to drink this right now, are you?
No. Though I thought you were in tune with that. But if you do not want to, I'm not going to force you.
All right, good. Like I said, I'm here to help as much as I can. But there's just some roads you can't walk.
I'll hold it for if you want, Brian.
You don't mind? That'd be really nice, Henry. One less thing to, plug the mind. There you
My
go.
pleasure. I grab it, put it in my back pocket.
So, well, you know enough about me. What about you guys? So what's all your stories here? So how about you, Henry? What's your spiel?
Well, I was kind of pulled into this, not nearly as supernaturally as you were, but I had a moment when I was a young lad. And I've been searching for answers all my life, going to different meetings and reading different books, and the professor here had a class. So I took his class. We were on our way out to see a lecture by Adisabello. That's when this whole thing started, was on the road trip out there. And I only knew these people from the class. We all agreed that we were all going to go together. It's going to be, just a trip to learn about stuff. She was giving a lecture on, what was it, Professor? Seems so long ago.
Yes.
Physics or something.
Theories of time.
There you go. And,
Of course.
right? Doesn't seem like a coincidence, does it?
Not anymore.
And we started seeing these shadowy creatures, and started time stopped, wouldn't continue on. We kept going, but time didn't. And then it started again. We saw ghosts of corpses, sometimes real, sometimes they disappear. It's been a hell of a time, Brian. I don't know if you've, man, it seems so fucking weird just saying it out loud. We all fucking lived through that shit.
Once you open that door into that
really
different
calm about
world, it's
Yeah.
trust me, going into it is just as weird as leaving it. Let me tell you that.
So you've been out of that kind of shit for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't stepped foot in there in a while. Been kind of escaped from it. Kind of like the nature of my circumstance, anyways. A sober dipsomancer.
So you are okay. I was gonna ask if that's what you were because I wasn't sure, but
Yeah, this guy nailed it. Yeah.
I know it's anonymous and all, but how many months you got?
Whew, I got my coin here somewhere. It's a sobriety coin that they give you for how many months?
Yep, I know what it is.
Oh, you did the whole okay. All
No,
right.
not me personally, but
Oh,
I'm in
okay.
the film industry and I know addiction. I've seen it
Oh.
tear people up and down.
I swear every meeting there's at least one from that industry. I don't know what they do to you guys behind the scenes, but fuck me.
A lot of
So,
pressure, man. A lot of parties.
I bet. Going on 10.
10 months.
10 months.
Nice. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. It
Shit
gets
ain't easy.
easier. It gets easier as it go.
I've heard that too.
How about you? You've been really quiet this whole time. Sorry. Briar, right? Was it? You said?
Yeah, do you not remember sitting next? Did you not take the class?
No.
I was sat next to you.
Did you? Okay. How was I?
You're nice.
Well, that's good to hear. Okay, so that's a plus. You seem really nice too.
Thanks. I work here.
Oh, okay. All right. So, by the way, once again, coffee was great. So, what's your ability? What's your thing that is your ensemble? What do you do?
I don't know. Apparently, I can throw myself out of cars and that does something. Like something about taking chances on things. I guess I still don't know fully.
Brian, you probably would know immediately that's a body bag or a chaos mage.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Chaos mage. All right. Cool.
Yeah, I guess
Interesting.
that.
Comes with a lot of weight, doesn't it?
I don't even know what I am.
Thing about those guys and girls, sorry, is that it takes a long time to know what you truly are. And you're always going to juggle with it. You're going to have this thing of where it's going to feel like you're a marionette, but then you have your own.
And I guess I'm just somewhere in the middle.
You'll be fine. Trust me. I've met a few. You'll be fine. And I'm guessing he is... I don't know, actually. That was really fucking weird. So what are you?
Me?
No, look, sorry, I'm looking at the professor. My apologies.
Oh, that's okay. No big deal.
Never got your name, by the way.
Oh, I thought I introduced myself as Dr. Theo Ransom. Sorry,
Oh.
it may have been disorienting when I first chatted with you.
Yeah, no, I was kind of taken by the whole situation. My apologies.
Oh, it was me. Wraithborn. I doubt you've heard of us.
Okay. All right, well, I have a good idea of what you can do, so that's a start. All right,
Yeah.
let's hope that magic works. Now, who is this magical number 5 person? Emma?
Emma.
Right? Okay. All right. What does she do?
Henry. Up to you.
Well, you heard of a hound?
Katie? What I?
It's kind of like a werewolf, but
They don't
without
like
the
being called
human
that.
parts.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a man and dog mix. It's person or dog, but not one or the other. She changes, and she's vicious.
Brian, can you
And
roll for me?
Yeah,
she's
sure.
mine. Like this.
You or publicly?
Publicly
Sorry.
is fine. Sorry.
Thank you. 91. Ooh.
Oh yeah. No, not even heard a story in the bar
Okay.
or anything. Yeah, nothing.
Never heard of it, but geez. Okay, so she's like Oh, what were those kids' books? You know, the covers had a picture of like a kid, and there was like these faded images, like an animal, like an animorph. That's it, animorph. That's it. Is it like that?
That's actually not a bad way of saying it.
So she
Sure.
turns into like a dog?
Yeah.
Well,
Like a
like-
real ass dog, like a live dog. And then if she gets real upset, she turns into something else, like dog plus like Satan.
Oh shit!
No, it's a fucking frightening thing, let me tell you. And if she wasn't my dog, I'd shit my pants.
Oh, I bet you that's absolutely terrifying. Imagine coming up to like a little cocker spaniel and saying back, and then all of a sudden it turns into like a. Oh wow! Okay, interesting. Okay. Hmm.
Well, she doesn't do that much. The dog thing, yeah, from time to time, but the hell demon beast thing, not so much. That takes a lot of juice.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. All right. I'm hearing you. All right. And where's she right now?
She had a scent. She asked me if she could go. She said she had some real important thing that she needed to find out because she caught a smell on the wind, and she asked if she'd go, and I turned her loose. I'm hoping it's something like that'll help us along, or maybe lead us in the right direction or something. But she seemed to think it was real important. And
You make it
wasn't
sound like you own her or something.
there's that other thing. I kind of do.
What?
I
Well,
know.
hold on.
I know.
What?
Trust me.
Hold
I've been around subs and doms and all that kind of shit like my whole life, but it's like a master dog relationship we have. Like she has to ask my permission, and if I tell her no, she listens. And we went through a whole ritual, man. You missed it. It was a hell of a thing. You know that you familiar with Christianity and stuff?
Yeah.
She drank of my blood and tasted of my flesh, and then she was mine. And in an odd way, I'm kind of hers too.
What, she like walked up to you and you had like a glass of wine and a little flat cracker, and you're like, here, have a little bit of that. And then,
Not quite so neat and tidy. She and I pull up my my pant leg, and I show him my calf. Like there's a you said there was a minor scar there. It healed up, but there's a scar there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I asked you,
pull up my
it's
calf,
if
like, and I
you
show
want
him,
it to
like,
be, and you chose to have it visible.
oh, I
so,
would keep that forever.
then it's there forever. And in fact, if you're really proud of it, it might like glisten and be a little bit more impressive. You are in control of the scar and what it looks like.
Well, this will be the first time like I've showed somebody that doesn't know about it.
Yeah.
So it'll be a surprise to me.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. So then maybe
So
when you pull it back, you weren't the last time you looked at it didn't look like this, but like, yeah. What does it look like now?
Yeah. So I pull it up, and you see like there's it's kind of a nasty scar. I mean, it's a dog bite scar, but then it kind of like, you know how like when you look over the campfire and like the heat waves,
Mm-hmm.
like it does that a little bit. It kind of like moves a little bit. And I was like, whoa, shit. Well, that's the scar. Never did that before. That's a new development.
oh, that is gnarly. Holy shit.
But yeah, she took a chunk right out of me.
Big dog. Wow. Okay. All right.
I think I'm not, I was going to say, I think you like her, but I'm not sure. She's really intense.
Noted. Okay. So, do I need to like ask you permission to pet her? Or, sorry for the low hanging joke there. My bad.
No, I understand. No, that's
Okay.
fine. I've made those same jokes. Man, you know what? You're a lot more easy to get along with than the other Brian. He was a fucking depressed mess, and you seem like you got your head on straight. So I'm glad you're here, man.
Oh, well, you got to do what you got to do. And
But yeah, she's a person most of the time. So you talk to her like a person. It's just, you can't command her or try to.
So it's like a
harm her
bond.
or whatever.
Is
Yeah,
it
it's
a bond.
Exactly.
A blood pact, I guess. Like,
Sure.
okay.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay,
And fun fact, you want to know something real fun since you don't know about this?
Okay.
If I lose power, like my juice goes below hers, she gets to eat me. And I'm not talking like eat me, I'm talking like gobble me the fuck up. So Yeah. While there's a good relationship there, we're fine. But if I lose any power, I'm dog food. Isn't that fun?
Thrilling.
Right. And that,
Wow.
I mean, that's just
Okay.
that's just one more weird thing to add on the other weird shit, isn't it?
Okay. All right. Well, I knew this was going to be a lot to consume, but okay. All right.
Yep. I'm sorry. We've been talking forever.
And this happened. This happened how long? How long? You all just met how long ago? We're talking about going to like because I know this thing's supposed to be like doing some type of like over a week or something, and you all were going to like a lecture. Were you all like aware or?
I'm gonna grab the newspaper and see what day it is.
It is Wednesday, February 13th.
When was the lecture?
Wednesday, February 13th.
You son of a bitch. Yep, I knew it. Motherfucking. So I tell him that I look at this. I grab the paper and I point to the date on the paper. See this?
Yeah.
Wednesday the 13th. See that?
Yeah.
It's been Wednesday the 13th for, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, maybe a week, month. Who knows? I don't know when to eat. I don't know when to sleep. I feel like Bill Murray in Groundhog Day, except the days are different every time I wake up, but it's the same day.
Bill Murray wasn't in Groundhog. It was John Lithgow. Oh wait, right. Okay, never mind.
Oh,
Maybe hopefully your version was better than what I got to watch. So
now hold on a minute. No, just as a pop culture thing, did you have Chris Walken as Han Solo, or did you have that other guy?
No. We had oh fuck, what's his name? Oh damn it, he had that cop show with the big mustache. Burt Reynolds. That's it. Thank you.
Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a bit pompous though. He didn't fit the character right. If that makes sense. It was too like big. I don't know.
Probably why they didn't make a sequel.
Yeah, probably.
Like for us at least. Like Chris Walken ruined the movie. It was weird.
While
we talk about this all day. I'm sorry,
while
Professor. I'm
these
sorry,
two
Briar.
while these two are bonding over this movie, Briar, you have been exceptionally quiet. What are you thinking about?
I'm just thinking about the magnitude of all of this.
Yeah.
And how casual Brian is, and Trick excitedly explaining the hound stuff, and the professor just pulling someone, and just how it feels wrong.
Yeah, you seemed upset when you said I used to sit next to me. Are you thinking?
Did I sense she's sad? Sorry.
Oh, you might. You can roll for that.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Would my ring and that ring?
They are identical. Yes, they are absolutely identical. I
Would
just
they
don't
be
know
any
if
way
you've noticed.
beyond just being the same material, be connected, or that is different timeline, different things?
No, they would definitely be connected. So
if it was feeling not good, I would feel that.
You might feel that now that you're here. Yes.
Should I roll?
Yes.
Okay.
Briar. Yeah, when you were up, 28. Okay. Yeah, you can feel it. You definitely feel like, as you're maybe talking about, who was in what film, and you're kind of gesturing, you might feel like, something on your hand, but your eyes go to Briar's hand, and you do notice the ring that she's wearing.
Okay, I say nothing yet because obviously it's just.
Yeah. So, Briar, what have you been thinking?
I've seen Brian kill himself.
Yeah.
That I've buried him and dug him up. Just, I've been through a lot with him, and that he doesn't know who I am, and that I'm wearing his ring.
Okay. Can you roll a helplessness check, please?
56.
Oof. That is, I think, just above yours. Let me look. What is your Oh, no, it's not. You have 62 across the board, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's just barely a success. So, you might, however you'd like to role play that out, when you're starting to feel like, overwhelmed that, you dug him up. You literally, you got down in that graveyard with your bare hands. You tried to rescue Brian. You tried to pull him out. And then you guys had that moment at the car. So what does it feel like when you almost slip into feeling pretty helpless about the situation, but you don't quite?
It just feels lonely. And feels like every human connection that I've had has been fabricated or taken away from me. Trick's got Lilith now. Theo is Theo. Izzy's fighting with me about Wallace. And Emma is going through changes, obviously. And so just seeing Brian get pulled, knowing there's only 4 left, that I've fought off something dark because of him helping me through it, and then watching him die, and then a few hours later having one that has no idea who I am.
So you watched him die twice, right? Because you
Yes.
actually watched him pull the trigger in the woods. That's right. Okay. I will have you roll one more time for me. This one needs to be private. My God, is it just not coming through?
Yeah, I rolled it.
Oh, that last one. Okay. No, it didn't go through, right?
It says 2 GM.
Okay.
So it's
Can you
just
just do it
you.
one more time for me, just so I make sure it works? I don't hear anything coming through for me. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Man, you've felt this before a couple of times now, but something is just off when you think about Izzy. It's just weird. There's something weird there.
Do I have an inkling either way?
What do you mean by inkling either way?
Like knowing, I guess, what might be off?
Just there's something really strange, like an itch you can't scratch. Just like something in your mind where you're like, there's something weird about that.
I mean, I probably wouldn't verbalize that because I don't.
You don't have to. I just wanted you to know that that's, how you feel about it. Or at least something that comes to your mind again.
So I'm just sitting there while they're talking about movies and just taking it all in and realizing the magnitude of the situation and how I never got a chance to live because I've always held myself back because of the shadow that was always behind me. And I realize that I might have had control over it, and I stopped myself from doing things because I thought I couldn't take that darkness with me. And I've just realized I've wasted my life and that it might end before I could do anything good.
Wow. And we hear you guys talking about movie. If you want to do anything else before we switch scenes, let me know.
No, we were just jabber-jawing,
jabber-job. Okay.
Like, honestly, like, to see someone with, like, a chipper attitude and not,
it's a
like,
relief,
all doom and gloom or, like, that kind of shit was very nice for Henry to have for a little bit before we get back into the doom and gloom, which will happen.
Yeah, of course.
While talking with him, do I feel the ring kind of like...
Yes, yeah. That's
what would it feel like?
Like,
is it an emotional turn or is it like an itchy thing?
So at first you might feel the physical ache, but then I think you would feel an emotional pull, and I have to roll for it a couple of times. Yeah, exactly. Okay, well that's 2 doubles. So you You feel sadness, but it's very clearly, you rolled very well. It's very clearly coming from your ring. Your eyes dart over, you see that Briar's wearing the same ring, and you feel a little bit of sadness and longing and a protectiveness, like a fierce desire to fight and protect Briar.
All right. So I guess it kind of kills the mood a little bit when I'm talking to Henry.
Yeah.
I'm still talking with him, but then I'm just kind of like fading off a little bit. And I look over at Briar. I look her in the eyes, and I can feel my hand. It feels cold, and all of a sudden I'm very, very sad. And I'm looking at her in the eyes, and what is Briar looking at? What's she doing to me?
I'm probably just looking at you. If you turn, I'm just sitting there. I'm just watching everybody. So if you looked at me, I'd probably just look at you.
She's having an existential crisis right now. Oh.
I would be kind of twirling my ring on my hand. I would raise one eyebrow a little bit. I can't do it in real life, but I raise one eyebrow a little bit, and I'm tapping my ring while looking at her.
Since I've put it on, since Brian gave it to me, I play with it.
Yeah.
So I'm probably just sitting there without realizing it, spinning it on my ring finger.
And that's where we will switch scenes. Hey.
Dirty.
But we don't have to do that. She blacks it out.
No, I'm going to black it out. You got it.
Shit.
Have it. Joe had lit so many candles in his bedroom that the room was filled with the golden glow of what at this moment felt like heaven. Everything was beautiful now to him. He was stronger than he's ever been before. He pulls the box from his pocket, looking down at hands he knows are his. He opens it. Inside is a beautiful diamond engagement ring, artfully crafted, carefully chosen, and passed down generations. He sat on his bed and gently tugged the ring from the soft velvet box. He placed it down in the center of the bedspread, and at first, ecstasy, what he imagined Saint Teresa felt like in Bernini's masterpiece. Pure joy emanating from his solar plexus, a pressure pushing forward from within him. He moaned as the pressure increased and started to become uncomfortable. Joe knew something was wrong when he could not speak. The bloody pentagram he had so lovingly drawn into his bedspread danced in the candlelight. His eyes bulged as the pressure began twisting his body, his bones cracking and breaking, his shoulders dislocating behind him as his chest was bursting forth with this energy. At his feet and arms began to intertwine behind his back. Joe screamed with every fiber of his being, but made no sound. An unread text message from Joe's therapist, Adisa Bello, reads, "I'm so proud of you, Joe. Well done." Joe desperately scans the room, his eyes the only thing left in his control. His mouth frozen open in a silent scream. The clock clicks over to midnight, welcoming in Wednesday, February the 13th. And that is where we end today's session. Let's do some shout outs.
Now hold the fucking phone real quick. What'd you just say to us?
I don't know. What did I just say? What was that? What was that?
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that whole thing again because I want to make sure I got every bit of that.
It was good, is what it was. It was good.
Yeah.
Juicy.
I don't know what you're doing, PB, but I love it.
Oh, yay. Thank you.
It's very nice.
Zeke, you want to go first?
All right.
All right. I got it.
You want me to shout some shit out?
Yeah,
all
do
right.
it,
My
do
name
it, do
is
it.
Ezekiel the Third. You can find me at or / Ezekiel_III. You want to catch me doing dumb bullshit that is not this? I'll be doing that dumb bullshit video game stuff tomorrow at noon. But thank you, everybody, for tuning into this shit. This shit is so much fun, and it's so cool to be a part of it every week. It's a hell of an experience, and I'm grateful that this group is what it is. So thank you to Katie, Dan, Pax, other Pax, Millie, and PB for making this a joy to be a part of every week. Yeah, that's all I got.
I like this theme as our outro for every episode now. It's Trick's theme that I'm just going to play. I love it. It's perfect.
That sexy bass.
Yeah. All right, Dan, you're up.
Hello there. I'm Domestic Dan. I play Dr. Thea Ransom here on Nocturne. Yeah, I just like this show. My brain was just like stopped right there for a half second. Like, nope, that's it.
You went on and lived an entire life, and now you're back. Is that right?
Yeah. I do cooking and lifestyle and variety games. Right after this, I forgot that I needed to cook chicken that I marinated with science, so I'm gonna do that after this. And the only thing that upcoming that I really have planned is after next Nocturne, I'm going to do the cupcake timeline.
That's right.
So,
The cupcake timeline. I love it. So what cupcakes are you making?
They might just be plain old vanilla cupcakes, but I'll try to do some icing work, or at the very minimum, do icing with everyone's aura color.
Nice. I love it. Oh my God, now I want a cupcake. And I'm going to do something that I don't think we've ever done this before, but I would love for you guys to, she's probably going to have a heart attack that I'm doing this. Is this okay, KPP? Can I shout her out?
Yeah.
I'm doing it. Okay.
Do it.
So, we have a nocturnal. Her name is Ashlina, and she has been streaming amazing makeup, like transformations into each character. And she's been streaming it. So I would love it if you guys would go smack her follow button. Do we have a mod in here that could just link her channel and everybody could go follow it? If you're watching on the YouTubes, don't worry, I will post a link there. She's incredibly talented. You can go check her out on Twitch, and you can check her out on Twitter where she posts everything. But, Nocturnals flock together. Go give her some love. That would be really, really awesome. Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to throw that out there. Please, continue on. Pax.
I'm Classy Pax. I play Brian Miller. And I look forward to this every week. And we riddle with anticipation every time. Today was a nice little episode, nice rhythm flux or change. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And I want to know more about what PB's planning with this person. What is this? I don't know what it is.
Does chat know?
Joe.
Can you guys give me a piss mittens if you've made the connection? Because we have met sort of this person.
I don't know. I try.
Well,
I usually.
I actually was watching chat during it, and it's from another thing.
Okay. Piss mittens. I just want to see the piss mittens if they're there. No spoil it, but yeah. Okay. All right. I love it.
Yeah. I'm good.
Really? You guys never shout out. I feel so bad. KPP, you're up.
I'm Katie Peters Plays. I played Briar for you today. We've been playing Mass Effect and Visage on my channel, 2 games that don't belong together, but I do it anyway. So come hang out with me if you want. And this Saturday, I'm going to be gemming for the first time. You guys raised $5,000 for St. Jude, and now you're stuck with me doing a GM spot. So that's this Saturday. It's a sci-fi horror. PB and Dan are in it.
I'm going to play the trailer.
Amelia in chat's in it, and also Murgles. So come join us.
When is that again?
This Saturday at
1 p.m.
1 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
1 p.m. one shot. It's gonna be good.
Yep.
Give me good.
It's gonna be
I'm
so
not
good.
nervous at all. It'll be great. It's totally fine. I won't throw up.
You're not gonna throw
all.
up. You're gonna be great. It's gonna be beautiful. She's put her heart and soul into this, guys. Like, she's worked so hard. Please come and hang out with us. Okay, that's 1 p.m. this Saturday Eastern time. I'll play the trailer in just a second. I just want to do my normal spiel because I always forget to do it on break. But I'm Pumpkinberry. I've been the narrator for today. Your GM of mood, as you guys have nicknamed me, and I love and appreciate it. Much love to you. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Like crying, laughing 1 second, sipping my tea. Like, oh, it's just, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, for lurking, for your comments in Discord, for the fan art, for all of your support across Twitter and all of the interwebs. We love and appreciate you. Thank you, Zeke, both Katies, even though one Katie's not here. Sam, Dan, and Millie, even though Millie's not here, for being excellent role players. If you guys have a Twitch Prime, please consider using it on one of these fantastic people. Please, please, please. And if you want to help support Tablestory, one of the best ways you can do that is head over to our Patreon. You can go to tablestory.tv/pledge and check out what we've got for you there. You can make NPCs for the show. There are character sheets for you there. One-shot adventures that Whack made a one-shot adventure in the new Lancer thing. It's really good. And it's like a prequel to the show. It's so fucking cool. Anyway, go check it out. And I think that's it. That's my spiel, right? Yes. I love you. That's
Please
it.
make NPCs because you never know if PB's gonna play them or
Dude.
we get to play one of them.
Yeah. Please make NPCs. Please. I love you.
Make creative ones and think
Yeah.
like, ooh, imagine if so and so did this. Like, it's fun for us.
Yeah.
We
Because
get to dress up and do silly things.
exactly what Pax said. You never know if they're going to get to play it or if they'll make an introduction. It's great. Could you imagine your NPC played by one of these guys? Do it. Do it right now. Everything comes at a cost. Okay, that's it. That's all I got. I love you all. I'm going to play the trailer and then we're going to go out, right? I think it's over here. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Okay. I got to turn this off. There we go. Wait, music's still going. I got this, guys. I'm a professional.
Hey, could I get one of them cinnamon rolls? They look delicious.